Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the barrio coming back at you with another video for your butt. And today I'm coming back with another boring video like yesterday, just talking about a card that I got or something in the hobby related that I got. So I'm going to tell you about like how I acquired this baseball right here. Alright, so this baseball, I used to work at this place at a sports complex, and and basically, man, I was like one of the few adults that worked there. It was mainly part timers, all that were in high school, right? So this kid Jonathan, he like tells me, "Hey, you collect baseball cards, right?" He's "Hey man, he's you want to buy a baseball?" He was signed by a whole team. I'm all, what team? He's like, I don't know. He's like, but it has Don Mattingly on it. And I was like, Don Mattingly, and this is, you know, before I got back into the hobby full steam. This was probably like 2002, 2003, and I really got back into it 2004. So, since 94. So I was thinking, man, Don Mattingly, he's got to be a Hall of Famer by now. The dude was on fire. Like I know a lot of people were like talking about, ooh, this team this year, San Diego, Slam Diego, they got, 5 grand slams. And think about like Don Mattingly, I think he had like 6 or 8 grand slams in one year by himself. You know what I mean? It's like, but so I'm thinking, yeah, it's got to be a Yankees baseball. Yeah, I want a Yankees team ball for $25. He told me that his dad, asked him how to get it, and he said that his dad gave it to him. That his dad got it in person when they went to New York, to watch baseball. Or his dad went with his mom. He didn't go. But anyways, so he's like, yeah, I really need gas money. I need to put gas in my car. I'm almost out right now. So he's like, $25 for the ball, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's go get this. So at lunchtime, we're gonna go get it. We drive by the gas station. I'm like, hey, we'll just go right now, fill it up. I'll give you $25 and put it in your car, and then we'll go get the ball. And then he's like, nah, we'll just go get the ball, man. I wanna make sure that that you like it, before I sell it to you. And I was like, thank you, kind of okay, kind of odd, but whatever. So we're on his way to his house, and we run out of gas. So we had no choice but to walk back to the gas station we just passed. So we're walking over there, and so he starts telling me this story. I'm like, how come you need this gas so bad? And he's like, oh, I gotta do. I'm doing community service, and I gotta go after work to do community service, and I can't miss, or I'll violate my probation. And I'm like, what do you do? And he's telling me that he was Sparky. The firemen's back then, they had the fire department had like a mascot, and it was like Sparky the dog, and he would dress up in this big giant costume. He said it would be heavy as hell and hot as hell because it was all fur, not like the costumes today where they're made to be cooler and comfortable. It was really uncomfortable, and he said they would go to the high schools and the elementaries and junior highs, and talk fire stuff, and he would be in that costume, like oh, like greeting kids and waving the whole time and wagging his tail. He had this routine. I thought it was pretty funny because I was very familiar with that, with who he was talking about. And apparently that's like the same costume that everybody wears, so they share it. He's all, yeah, he's all, that thing stinks. But anyways, so we go, and I have to buy a gas tank, right? And he tells me, hey, when I get paid on my next paycheck, I'll pay you back for the gas tank, because I had to buy a gas tank for $15. And then we put like, it was only like $2 worth of gas to fill up the 2-gallon gas tank back then. Probably $3. So I still owe him $22 that we're gonna put in the car. So we go to his house, and he tells me, and we go to his house, and then we go back to the gas station, and he goes in to pay for the other with the other $22, put it in his car, and apparently I look back, and they're arguing. I hear him yelling, and comes out all pissed. And apparently this fool went in there with the gas tank that we just used, that we just bought, trying to get his money back and saying that we never used it. And the guy's like arguing with them, like, I just saw you guys come and buy it, 20 minutes ago and fill it up with gas and walk away. And this guy's like, no, that wasn't us. And he's like, man, I got you guys on video. And he was arguing, swearing to the guy that he's never used that gas tank, that it's still brand new. And this just reeks like gas. It's like, come on, dude. But anyways, yeah, I mean, the kids that I work with were pretty crazy. So we go back to you know, we fill it up. I go in there and I just pay for it. The guy doesn't tell me nothing, and fill up the gas tank, the car, and go back to work. But so I was looking at this ball. I was like, man, Columbus Clipper. I hadn't even heard of this team before, so I didn't think much about it, and I just thought it was fake because I did remember looking at a Beckett magazine that I had and seeing a Don Mattingly auto, and it looked nothing like this. So I was like, oh man, it's a fake. So I put it away, and for years I just thought it wasn't real. Man, because all those kids, they would have all kinds of. I mean, I worked this place basically like I worked. It was in a well off neighborhood, so all these kids were very well off and privileged, or whatever word you want to say. Generational wealth, where their parents bought them cars, paid for the insurance, buy all their clothes, and they have top of the line stuff and everything. But one of the things that for whatever reason all these kids had in common is their parents would not pay for their gas. The majority of them, they all had cars. Their parents would pay for the insurance and all that stuff, but their parents would not pay for their gas. So that's why they all worked there. Basically, was for gas money. But man, all these kids, man, they were young and partying, man. I mean, that was back in the days, man, where man, all these fools are mixing their drugs, Doxycontin, muscle relaxers, and they were wild. Glad I never got into that rabbit hole, because probably would have been in big trouble. Cause yeah, man, I remember I was like 28, 27, and all these kids were like 16, 17, 18. And to them, I was an old man. I remember that. Like to them, I was an old man. So, I couldn't party with them, man. But, so anyways, that's how I came across this ball for like 25 bucks quite a while ago. A long time ago. And so, I remember running into one of those kids, man, probably really like 10 years ago, a long time ago. And I had asked him about Jonathan. Yeah, that kid was in jail, and they were telling me like, yeah, his dad is yeah, like apparently they he was telling me all kinds of other story, but he did bring up that he stole a ball from his dad. That his dad got himself, flew to New York and went to the games and got all this signed in person, or something like that, and that he stole that ball from him. And I was like, oh man, he told me his dad gave it him. But yeah, that's the story behind this baseball. So, love the hobby. Just keep collecting baseball cards forever, I say. Ciao. A carne asada taco.